Hi guys, I'm Polly, also known as Pollygone Illustration online, and today I am going to show you around my art studio. So I haven't been in here for very long. We've been in here I think for 2 months now. We moved in during the lockdown, which made it quite hard to find the furniture. However, my studio is finally finished and I've got it how I want it to look like. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour and show you around my workspace and a little bit of behind the scenes of my business and small online shop, Pollygone Illustration. So I am a freelance illustrator, animator and content creator, and I do also run my own shop where I sell little gifts, custom painted denim jackets and prints. So let's go and get started. This is what you see when you first walk into my studio. As you can see, I've got 2 big desks here and then a third smaller desk over there. I've got my shelf unit there, a poster that does not want to stay up, my Kallax blocks, coffee table, and then you've got all my denim jackets and products, and then you've got my giant pin board on the wall here. So I think I'm going to start on this side of the room and show you guys my pin board first. So this is a Skadis pegboard that I got from Ikea. As you can see, it's not completely full yet. I think I still want to get one more shelf for it, and I also definitely want to put up more pieces of my artwork or other people's artwork up on the top. I really love this. It was definitely one of the main things I wanted when I was starting to decide what I wanted in this room, because I think it is a great place to put your products, and it makes everything so easy to find, and you can just grab your art supplies while you're painting or whatever, and it also makes tidying up so much easier because, you know, you just have to shove it back on the shelf. You don't have to put it anywhere else. So I'm gonna start down here first. We've got my little tray of Windsor and Newton inks here. These are definitely one of my favorite art supplies, and there's a lot of videos of me using them on this channel already. And here we have my little roll of kitchen roll. I really love this. It's so easy just to take it and grab it, and it just makes it so much more convenient, especially considering my studio is upstairs. So if I need to clean something up quickly or want to clean my paintbrushes or something, I have this to wipe them clean. Here I have some little sketches I did of Posy the Hedgehog from my children's book I am currently working on. It's just done on some scrap paper, just some really rough drawings, but I thought it was cute, and I put it there mostly so I could use it as references, and so I didn't lose it. And down here I kind of have bits and pieces. I have this, which I use to put my water in. It's a really great little thing, because like if you knock it over, the water just can't get out of it, which is really good. Then I've got my watercolors. I really love these watercolors. They're quite basic and they were pretty cheap, but they are actually really good and I've used them for years. And I always hype up about them whenever I feature them in my videos. I got these from Tiger. But if you want to see my full reviews of my favourite art supplies, I do already have a video about that on my channel if you want to go and check that out. So I've got chalk pens and pencils, some spare chalk to put in them, some pliers for like attaching keyrings and stuff, then sharpeners, rubber, and then my chalk sharpener. Then up here we have my Turner acrylic gouache. I really love this too, and I've definitely been getting to using it more. And then I've got like a set here of some more smaller tubes. These pastel ones are definitely my favorite. They're so pretty. Here we have this little bag thing. There's not much in here at the moment. I just kind of bought it and didn't really know what to think of putting in it, but at the moment I've got all my paint samples that I have and haven't yet painted on. Then I've got this little thing here. This kind of really annoys me because originally I thought I'd just be able to use it as another place to hold pencils, but the only way to attach it to the pegboard is through the lid. So I have got more of these, but you know, as you can see, I haven't put anything in it yet except for blue tack. So I'm not really sure if I'll keep that there, but we will see. Then this is just something I got from my t-shirt supplier. I just kept it there to keep it safe. Got some washi tape hanging on here. I really like how this looks. I've put some Polaroids that I painted on for a video, and then also this really cool business card. As you can see there, it changes between the two images. I've never actually really had these anywhere other than my degree show because they were really expensive to make, but they are super cool. I just love how they change like that. Then I've got my scissors. I've got 2 pairs there because I'm always losing my scissors. And up here is my color wheel clock. I actually made this in a video long time ago now, probably 3 years ago I think, when I first moved into my old flat. So yeah, that was a while ago now. At the moment the clock doesn't work because it needs a new battery, but I actually find it really useful to look at while I'm painting, so I can like it helps me choose colors and stuff, and that it's actually super useful sometimes. Then I've got my Prismacolor pencils. I really want to get more of these, but they're kind of difficult to find in the UK individually, but I think they are great. These pencils here are my Polychromos colored pencils. I've only got a few colors of them, but I like them as well. I just definitely prefer Prismacolor. Then up here I've got this little pot here, which has kind of a mixture of stuff. It has pencils I use, erasable colored pencils, my aquash brushes, and then some fine liners. I have lots of different ones in here. And then in here are my paintbrushes and my pipettes that I use for my inks. And then we've got my sketchbook, and we've got my palette here. This pegboard is so amazing because it managed to hold up a sketchbook that big, so it is super useful. And I really like how it looks on here too. Then up here we have my kind of rough outline of what I'm doing for my Posy the Posty book. And then we've got my A3 print. I really like this print, and I kind of liked how it looked on the white background. So I put that there. I don't yet sell the A3 prints in my online shop, though I do bring them when I'm in-person events like markets and conventions and stuff. And then we've got my original Hedgehog painting. I used to have this in the background of all my videos in my flat, so obviously I had to have it here again too. So we've got my little Ikea table here. Actually, it's not very little. This one is a really big table, but it's been great for painting on. As you can see, you can actually adjust the height of the table, which is great. To be fair, I haven't adjusted it since I've been here, but if I wanted to, I definitely could. Then down here I've got, this is great having this little shelf under here because it just gives you more storage, and I really like how convenient it is just to put all my paints right under my painting table. So yeah, I've got my paints here, I've got my paper tear out palette. That's a really good art supply that I love having. A lot of people said they really like my fireplace. As you can see, I have put it underneath my table. I'm not really a big fan of it, to be honest, so I'm not too bothered that you can't see it. I think a lot of people thought it was really cool, but honestly I'm not that bothered by it, and it was just taking up space, so that's why I put the table above it. Then over here we have just some bits of cardboard that I use to protect my denim jackets when I'm painting. Some extra bits of these are like freebies and testers and stuff that are there for me to use if I want them. I've got a little plastic mat if I need it. And then in here I have a whole selection of art supplies. I've got rubbing alcohol, spray paints, primers, glues, my fabric medium, all kinds of bits and pieces that wouldn't fit with the acrylic paint. And then we have my little stool chair, which has worked great. I picked it up for £15 on Amazon, and honestly I didn't think it'd be that good, but yeah, it is a really good little chair. especially for the price. This area is still very messy, as you can see, but under here are all my denim jackets, ones I have and haven't yet painted on. As you can see, I've also got a pile of cushions here, which isn't ideal at the moment, so I need to find a way to store them a little bit better. But for now, they're kind of just piled up there until I figure out what I want to do with them. And I've got other products here as well that I need to get a box for, like face masks and coasters and stuff. It's not really an ideal situation at the moment, but it is very difficult to find storage things at the moment, and I haven't really thought of any ideas of how to store them, so that is something I need to sort out soon. So down here I have my green screen in the corner, the box for my tripod, and then a bunch of folders and sketchbooks from back in uni. So I've held on to these for a while, but I don't really want to get rid of them, so they're just tucked away here in the corner. In this box here, there are just some wreaths I did for Christmas. They also need moving at some point too. Okay, so then I've got these little plastic drawers down here. These have been really, really useful, and they've basically got everything I need for conventions. So in here I've just got like my money box, my tablecloth, bits and pieces like elastic bands, or my display pieces. Everything like that is kept in here. So, you know, we've got my business cards, my pins, spare badges, just bits and pieces that I might need. And then on the floor here, I've got my iron, which was kept downstairs, but has sort of made its way up here. And in here, I believe, is just a bunch of canvases that I couldn't fit anywhere else because there's quite a few of them. There's some old ones in here that I did a long, long time ago. In fact, this one was up in my flat, and I'm probably going to keep up somewhere in this house, so that really shouldn't be in there, but I'm glad I found that because I do need some pictures for around the house. These are super old ones, wow. I completely forgot I had these. So these are all my denim jackets underneath here on my rail, and I also have my tote bags hanging off the end here, plus there are some t-shirts on here too. I have quite a few jackets at the moment. I think about half of these are currently painted on, so there are a lot of jackets I need to paint on still. But if you would like a custom painted jacket, denim jacket, I can do commissions of them. The email is down below if you want to get one. And down here at the bottom, we've got more display items. We've got my capsule machine, this little thing that I hang all my keyrings off, and then my big display grid, and then my postcard display. And this cover kind of hides it nicely, so you can't really see how messy it is underneath. Then we've got my amazing, amazing window. I love this window. It's so, so big, and it gives the whole room so much light. It's so good, especially for filming videos. And then here of my window, I have these hanging off. It's my VIP pass when I met Dan and Phil, and my creator pass for when I went to VidCon. I went to VidCon in February. I actually can't believe it was in 2020 and we're still in 2020. It feels like a whole lifetime ago now, but it was a super fun event. And hello to everyone who's watching this video who I met there, because I know you guys still do watch my videos, so thank you so much for that. Along my windows, I have these little figures. These came free with some like Cadbury's buttons. And then I've got some rubber ducks as well that I got when I was a student. We were given these for free at student nights sometimes, and then this frog I won in an arcade. Then down here we have my coffee table, which has my speakers on, my record player, and then these are full of Posca markers. I don't really have anywhere to store them other than here, but I kind of like how they look on the table. And then I've got this really cute cactus, which once upon a time was growing flowers and was much bigger, but has kind of slowly shrunk. It was a really nice cactus once upon a time. Down here I have some chalk markers. I was given these by Chalkola a while ago. Some art teaser, brush pens, my felting kit for when I make like little felt bears, and then I've got some books on making little felt dogs. I really love this little book. This is such a good little cute book. But I've also made quite a few little felt dogs in this book too. Got some pipe cleaners, again, use them for felting. Right round here at the back, they're just some like loose art supplies that I don't really use that often. I don't want to get rid of them, so they're just in here. Then I've got some spare gouache paints. These were super cheap. They're not bad, I just prefer the Turner acrylic ones. And then I've got this box of paint supplies which has watercolors in it, chalk, pastels, all sorts of bits and pieces. And we have this, my Ikea Kallax, which honestly is the best thing ever, and I've had it since my second year of being a student. It's such a good thing to have, and is super good for storage, and I've had it for years now. So down here we have this little drawer, which at the moment's empty, so I will probably actually put all the stuff in the corner in here. Here I've got my books. Here we have my very, very small little record collection. I have quite a few now, but you know, it still looks a little bit empty as I have all this space here still yet to fill. And then in this drawer down here, kind of all like my tech stuff. I've got camera cases, spare wires, cameras, just bits and pieces that I don't really use every day. But you know, I still want to have somewhere where I can just grab them. Then here, this box is just kind of full of junk. It's full of empty art supply box. There's pegboard accessories, just bits and pieces really that I didn't know where else to put them, so they've kind of just gone in here to hide them away. Then down on this shelf here are more of my books. Right in the corner here, this is my FIMO stuff, so the stuff I make to make my little key rings, and there's also bits and pieces in here as well to make phone charms and stuff like that too. And then this box down here is actually Christmas decorations, so yeah, I haven't really got anywhere else to put them, and I had another empty box in here, so I just left them in this room, as they were in that box before, but in my flat, so just kept them there in the corner, because I have nowhere else to put them. So I've got some plants here. Well, I mean, that one's fake and that's fake, and this one's pretty dead. This little owl, he was originally a Christmas decoration, but I never ended up putting him away, so he's always stayed out. I've just got some bits and pieces, just some receipts and stuff that I need to go through at some point. On the top of my Kallax, I have this shelf with lots of little bits and pieces. This little notice board thing that I still need to put my own art on it at some point. Then I've just got some little soft toys. I've got this little dog here who, well, I think he's empty at the moment, but I still need to refill him. But he's just like one of those smelly things. Yeah. Then I've got this little cup that I got from Birmingham Christmas Market. I go every year, so it's really sad that this year it has obviously been cancelled, so I won't be able to go this year. But yeah, I got that beer glass from there. I've got a little Totoro hanging out there in my fairy lights. This little smiley plant that I got from Primark, a rubber duck Ryan got for me. Then I've got my Copic marker collection. To be honest, I don't really use my Copic markers that much anymore, but I don't want to get rid of them. I have so many of them and I've got a really nice collection. So I've stored them here on this shelf. And I've just got some Amuse soft toys. I really love their stuff. This one isn't from Amuse, I'm not sure what it is, but he is so soft. He's just like touching like a marshmallow, but if it was made out of fabric, it's so soft. Then I've got my Animal Crossing amiibos, some washi tape, and more fine liners. Down here I have Marshall and this little bunny, and then up at the top I've got little snowman from the snowman animation. I know he's really cute and I really love him. He's super small and just sits perfectly there in the corner. I got this little hedgehog guy from the Birmingham Christmas market. Then I've got a little hedgehog, another hedgehog, one of my cactus bears that I felted myself, a little panda, again from Birmingham Christmas market, this little dog from my grandparents, a little elephant who's on wheels and you just go back and forth, some salt and pepper shakers, a little mermaid that I made myself, peaches from Atsum Nico, is that what he's called? I think so, Atsum Nico, I hope I'm saying that right. A little unicorn machine and then a little pug I tried with my felting kit. And as you can see, I really have improved with my felting since doing this little guy, but I still think he's sweet. Then I've got my little Yoshi World amiibos, some spare pens and fine liners that I don't really use that much, a sparkly unicorn. I painted this myself. It's a little candle holder. At the moment there is a fake candle inside it because there's not really any point of having a real one in there. A little Hello Kitty I think I must have got from a Kinder Egg or something. A little Christmas decoration that I've always kept out because he's a little super cute pug. Another Amuse soft toy, this time a little hedgehog. A Cadbury's cream egg car that Ryan bought me. And then the old man that Ryan also bought me for my birthday from Up. And then my Animal Crossing illustration slash painting I did a few months ago. And then Pikachu on a Rubik's Cube because why not? Everyone needs a Pikachu on a Rubik's Cube. Yeah. Over here you have my little blue trolley I got from Ikea. And a lot of people have a trolley from Ikea and this one is not it. So this is actually a different one. I don't think they do these anymore. A lot of people go for the more expensive one, but this one was a lot cheaper. And I had it in my first student room when I was still in the student halls. And it was really good to have in there for like extra storage and stuff. And I kind of just kept it in every place I've lived since. So on top of here we have my Imac. Not really much in here except like business paperwork and stuff. Then here there's just like extra bits of stationery that I had nowhere else to store, so like just sellotape and stuff. Nothing that interesting. Next up is my big wooden shelf. I keep lots of different bits and pieces on here, but mostly it's there for practicality for running my business. This has been super useful and it's a really good piece of furniture. When I was planning out my room, I was really thinking so hard of what I wanted in my room, and I got everything. I did get everything I wanted in here, but you know, along with the pegboard, this was something that was important for me to get as well because it gives me a lot of storage options, especially since I do have quite a lot of stock and products that need putting somewhere safe. So to start up with, on the top shelf we've got some spare cushions for my sublimation pillows. Then we have, in these boxes are just a bunch of prints. They're kept up there out of the way because I don't really need access to them that often, and I've already got some more prints stored elsewhere. Then I've got this big banner with my name on it, and this little moon and heart thing dangling off the side. But behind this you've got my Life is Strange figures, and then in here you've got this little pot with all my inks for my printers and everything. The patches I sublimated a few weeks ago in another vlog. Then here we've just got my blank sublimation supplies ready for me to print on. Then we have my Sublimation Printer. This thing kind of drives me up the wall sometimes. It's super annoying getting the ink cartridges to work with it sometimes because they're not official Epson ones. But you know, it is a good printer when it does want to work. And then this is just my normal printer, so I'll use it to print labels, packaging stuff, anything I just needed printing on normal paper. this is the printer I use. And up here I've just got sublimation paper, some scrap paper, and then my normal printer paper. And down here I've got a whole stack of t-shirts ready to be sublimated. I've also got some posters as well that I still haven't put up, and to be honest won't put up anywhere probably, but they're still there anyway. Then I've got my little acrylic keyrings in these boxes here. Down here I've got my enamel pins, postcards, these were thank you notes. Then I've got my stamping lino set that I used in a video I think last year, maybe even this year, I can't actually remember now. Then I've got like buttons and more enamel pins in here. Then down here in this bottom one I've got more of my keyrings, and I've also got stickers too. Then I've just got this little felting kit that I still need to do, some tie-dye for if I want to tie-dye some t-shirts. Then I've got this box here which has more enamel pins, but these are the ones I take with me to when I go to conventions or markets or wherever. There's also some paper bags in there, my little cactus bears are in there, plus my capsule machine prizes. And then in here I've got my mirrors and badges that I take with me to markets / conventions. So now we're on to the last corner of my room. So this is probably where I do the majority of my work, which is probably kind of obvious from just looking at it. But over here we have a Totoro poster, a Lady and the Tramp poster, and a picture of my dogs, plus some fairy lights. I've got a bunch of Polaroids hanging from there. Then I got a subscribe button that I got from VidCon, and then I got this little tapestry here. And behind all of this I have this whiteboard, which to be honest I probably don't use as much as I should, but it's just got things that I want to do on it, and some little magnets over here too. Then in this corner is my sublimation area. So this is where I do all my sublimation printing. Oh, I've just got some photos there that I have yet to hang up on my fairy lights. My gloves in, that to be honest I don't really use the gloves very often. I don't really need them that much, but they're there if I want to use them. And I've also got this heat protective tape stuff, and behind here are just stuff I've printed before that I can, you know, use to print on other things, but you know, haven't used them yet. I've also got some baking paper too. Then we've got my actual sublimation machine and the extra bits and pieces such as the plate sublimation pieces, the baseball cap pieces, and my mug press. Then over here we have my, well, a iPad. So this one was one I bought super cheap for my degree show 2 years ago, and I kind of just use it to keep track of stuff, like when I've sold things and everything. So it's just easier just to type everything in here quickly into a spreadsheet to keep a record of everything I've sold. Then I've got this scale, which to be honest I need a new one because this is just a kitchen scale and it's not really great for parcels, but you know, I'm using it for now. Then I've got this little frog bin who is so good for like keeping rubbish in when you're just cutting something, and for like when you're sharpening your pencils and stuff like that. As you can see, his eye is broken off. He did arrive like that and I was really sad about it. I did get a refund, but I decided not to order another one because I kind of felt sad about throwing this guy away, so I've just taped his eye back on. I've got some sellotape, a desk lamp, this little purse I use to carry like memory cards and stuff and batteries when I'm going away, but it hasn't got anything in at the moment. I've then got my pen holder, which is just a jam jar. And then I've got this little dish which I keep memory cards in, spare wires. And then I've got my computer. So I've got my brand new iMac set up. I mean, it looks identical to my old one, so you probably won't even be able to tell the difference between this one and my old one. But there you go. Then I've got a little Gus. I've got a little Gus and a little Cheshire Cat under here, as well as my disc reader, which to be honest I don't really use that much. And then my bajillion hard drives, and then my microphone with this little thing that helps stop the sound, you know, going echoey and stuff. When I'm using my microphone. Then down here under the table, so this is just an Ikea TV stand, and it's super useful because it fits perfectly under this table and just gives me that little bit of extra storage. This little bag down here has my tablet in it. Then we've got my Sky hub thing that's supposed to make the internet quicker. I'm not sure if it really works, but it's there anyway. And I've got bits and pieces that I use to make my amiibos. So I've got key rings, and I've got like ones I've already made, and then the pieces I cut out. And then down here I have the cardboard I use to back my prints with. Prints I've already backed, a bucket which I'm going to use at some point when I do tie-dyeing, and it's got some cellophane in that I use to wrap some products in. And then down here at the bottom I've just got my spare packaging bits that wouldn't fit anywhere else, so I think there's just envelopes in here, some more envelopes there, and then in here are my little boxes that I have to fold up. Then we have my Alex drawers. This was definitely one of the most expensive pieces of furniture that I've got in here, if not probably the most expensive. I think it was about 100 quid from Ikea. It is on wheels, but when you want to move it around, you can't really push it around. So it's kind of annoying that it doesn't really need them, but it still has them anyway. It's just too heavy to move anywhere with them, so it's kind of useless really. But I love these drawers so much, so let's have a little look inside them. So in the first drawer we have most of my supplies I use for packaging. I've got a torch in here for some reason, but I've got tripods, I've got a stapler, whiteboard pens, post-it notes, I've got a little pencil case that has some of my most used supplies in here as well. I've got my DS, I've got little pink bags I use for packaging, more washi tape, my business backing cards I use for my enamel pins, just some little stickers and stars there that I use for photos sometimes. These are what I use to tag my denim jackets, so I printed these myself and then I will tie them onto the jackets. Got some memory sticks, glue sticks, a hole puncher, a single hole puncher. This is really useful sometimes. And then my thank you notes and my amiibo reader, and then my DS pen because it's always falling out. And then right at the back I've got sellotape, hot glue gun and hot glue sticks. And then I've got some tissue paper, some more sellotape, and glue tack. This second drawer just has more packaging bits and pieces, so it's got more little paper bags, cellophane bags for prints and stuff, and then these grey bags for when I get like soft orders, so you know, denim jackets, t-shirts, cushions, that kind of thing, they will go in there. Then this drawer has, so this is a bunch of just more business stuff, so like receipts and things, nothing really interesting, but I've just got some prints that are easy to access here, and just some spare folders, and this here was just some stuff I used for my degree show. So this is my little sign I had up at my degree show with my name on. This drawer just has a bunch of sketchbooks and sketchbook paper in here. I have a whole mixture of stuff I've never used before, stuff that's half used and stuff that's finished. So it's kind of a mess, but I know that, you know, if I'm looking for a certain sketchbook, it will be in here. And then I've got some personalized tape that I got from Sticker Mule, so I can, if I need to, for whatever reason, I have some tape for my packages, which is personalized with my Pollygone pink and yellow stripes. Then at the bottom we have, these are canvases I've already painted on, or, you know, pieces of paper that I've already painted on, stuff like that. Just all finished artwork is kept safely in here, plus my grease-proof baking paper. Then in here we've got, well, these are more finished canvases, but there's also more unfinished canvases underneath them that I can still paint on, as well as some blank records too. So there you go, we have my whole studio. I mean, I do also have my lights up as well, so I'm just gonna turn the camera around to show you them. I have the one studio light set up at the moment, and then I have my tripod there. So I usually have 2 studio lights, but this happened. Oh my god, so I was just about to start filming, and yeah. Oh my god, guys, so I was just about to start filming and my light fell over, so now there's glass all over my studio floor, which is great. So now I've got to clean this up. Right before I started filming, which really didn't help me in any shape or form. That really wasn't great, but I think the bulbs are pretty cheap, so I hope I can order one on Amazon Prime and get it here as soon as I possibly can. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I really hope you have enjoyed this studio tour. It's been a lot of fun to do, and I hope you've had fun looking around my studio and seeing how I kind of run my business and the behind the scenes of Pollygone. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I next upload, which is every single week. I'm thinking about possibly going back to my Saturday uploads. I'm probably uploading this on Saturday, so what do you think about going back to Saturday uploads? I used to be on Saturdays for a long time, and then I'm not sure really what happened. I ended up changing to Sundays, but I think I'm probably better off going back to Saturdays. What do you think? Should I do that? But I do hope you have enjoyed this studio tour. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!